Hello everybody, my name is Jay Hosta and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles 2025 season week 3 recap against the Los Angeles Rams. This is my perspective from a fan's perspective of the game and give you my thoughts on it, give you my play of the game and tell you all about it. And let's get into it. So basically the Philadelphia Eagles won by comeback in this game against the Rams, 33-26. The first half, it was ugly for the Eagles. They did not have much yardage in the game. They were like negative yardage. Passing game was not effective. Running game was shut down most of the time. And they only gave up 7. They only had a touchdown in the first half. But in the second half, they turned things around, made plays, and defense made some stops as well. And eventually they were down 26-7. They eventually come back and won the game. A couple of key plays that happened. I will get to in a second. But overall, this is a great team win, but they still have a lot of things to fix going into week 4. Obviously, this team was basically left for dead. I mean, they were getting their, kicked in the first half. I mean, the fans let them know about it. It was not a good sign. It was looking ugly. And when you're trailing 19-7 at halftime, then later on a turnover, then it was 26-7. You're thinking, this is over. This is done with. And then they fought back and to pull it off. Good teams finally do it, and they are a good team. So, give you my thoughts on it. I mean, like I said, this was not a. You can look at it and say, remember this one, but remember how it started too. So they need to get back to work, get the passing game going. Eventually, I say the running game will eventually find some. Get a break where they finally get a couple holes, break a couple big runs, like 10, 15, 20 yards. So eventually it's going to happen. But key for me is one of the keys, Lane Johnson got hurt with his neck. He was out for the game. They had Pryor in there. Pryor didn't do too good. Matt Pryor, then they swapped it up for Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson came in and played well. I didn't see this because I couldn't get the game. I'm going by what I heard. They pretty much shut down Saquon in the first half. Jalen Hurts was, you don't see him animated. You don't see, he's like this. He's not high, he's not low. He don't crack smiles. He's Mr. Calm, Cool, Collected, but he's basically in the second half. He talked. I mean, he was animated. He got to his offensive coordinator. He was all over everybody. He was everywhere. So it was not, he turned it up. A.J. Brown turned it up. He had a good game. Devontae Smith had a good game. Dallas Goedert had a touchdown. I mean, Hurts was basically, he took over that game. And I would say another player that took over the game too on defensive side is Jordan Davis. This is by his best game of his career being an Eagle, making some couple of key plays too. He is also my player of the game for the team, for the Eagles for this game. So yeah, it was ugly. They turned it around, and it's like a shocker. Because the two things that happened was the 2 blocked field goals that you could say. The thing that scratches my head with the Rams is they went for it on 4th and 1. Why did you just punt the ball? Just punt the ball that way. You pin the Eagles back. They have a long way to go downfield and drive. And I just don't know what happened. They don't have an answer. When it comes to the second half, this Eagle team is a good bend not break, and they make plays and they keep the team in it. If you look at the past 2 games, they don't give up many points in the second half, which is a key thing. So they kept it a lot. They kept the team in it. The Eagles fought back, and they end up getting the big victory. I mean, if you look at it, the team was left for dead at the halftime, but you said, okay, you get 1 score. You were thinking, okay, there's a chance. They get another score. No, okay, we have ourselves a little bit of a game here. It's not over yet. Rams getting field range. Okay, Rams can make this. This is a little more difficult for us to come back and block. Okay, we didn't do nothing. Rams didn't do that. We get it back again. get downfield, get the touchdown on 4th down, 4th and goal, try for 2, make it 3 points. Then they're like, okay, here we go again. Rams drive, and they get downfield again, the chance to have another chance to win, and it gets blocked again. And the Eagles return for a touchdown. I mean, talk about pandemonium down there in Philly. They was pandemonium. I mean, it was shockeroo. I mean, this game will be remembered, but for week 4, they have to start good, and they have to start off fast against the Bucs. So let's talk about the stats here. Matthew Stafford had a good game. 19 for 33, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Cardi with one attempt pass. Jalen Hurts 21 for 32, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Jalen Hurts had 3 touchdown games. So he's finally, kind of getting off there to a decent start. But it is what it is. He don't care about stats. He cares about what at the end of the scoreboard. So Williams 20 carries, 94 yards. The Eagles defense gave up some rushing yards, 1,100 yards rushing. Coleman with 8 carries, 53. Wellington with 2 for 7, and Puka Kanua 1 with 6. Saquon Barkley 18 carries for 46 yards, and Jalen Hurts carried for 9 times for 40 yards. He did get in the end zone due to the tush push. Now, I also like to address, yes, on the previous tush push before they got in the end zone, there was a right guard, Tyler Steen. He did move early. We know there's going to be complaints about it, so I will say it right now. We're going to enjoy it this year, because I have a feeling next year they're going to ban the play, because they're going to say it's an unfair advantage, and it's hard to officiate because they're cheating. They're saying the Eagles are cheating because they're getting off the line early. So I will not be shocked by it, but right now, play still living. Puka Kanua, 11 carries, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Adams caught 3 for 56 with 1 touchdown. He did have a little bit of a push off, but referees let it go. Williams with 2 catches, 18 yards. Whittington, I hope I'm saying his name, 2 catches, 7 yards. Allen, 1 catch for 3. A.J. Brown had great game, 6 catches, 109 yards, a touchdown. Devontae Smith, 8 catches, 60 yards, a touchdown. Dallas Carter caught the 1 pass for a touchdown, and for 33 yards. Saquon Barkley caught 4 for 9. Mechie caught 1 for 8, and Dotson caught 1 for 7. So we'll go ahead. Check the box score right here real quick. Rams had more yards than the Eagles, 356 to 288. Eagles have committed more penalties than the Rams, 5 penalties to the Rams, 4. 50 yards penalty for the Eagles, 41 yards for the Rams. Eagles had more time possession, 30 minutes and 35 seconds on time possession. The Rams had 29 minutes and 25 seconds of time and possession. Go ahead real quick to see if it'll let me in the scoring summary. Start out with a 1-yard Jalen Hurts tush push, made it 7-0. Cardi with a 51-yard field goal, made it 7-3. Devontae Adams with a 44-yard completion catch from Matthew Stafford, made it 10-7. And the second half was all but field goals from the Rams, a 28-yarder, a 33-yarder, and a 46-yarder. So the Eagles, after a turnover when Jalen Hurts sacked, he fumbled the ball. He got hit hard. Williams catches a 10-yard pass from Stafford, made it 26-7. This game looks like it's looks like it's bleak, not looking good. There's a chance the Rams will walk away, but here come the birds back. Dallas Carter hit a complete 30-yard touchdown pass from Hurts, made it 14-26. A.J. Brown later on in the third quarter caught a 9-yard pass from Hurts, made it 26-21. Later on the fourth, Devontae Smith on a 4th and goal, touchdown, completion, catches for a touchdown. They try for 2. It doesn't work. It's now 27-26. Then here comes the field goal team. You're thinking, could he? They're saying miss it. You have people in the fans going. I've seen video go trying to do the old blow it. Make it look like he missed it, but end up being blocked by Jordan Davis. He ends up picking it up, and returning it 61 yards, going 18 miles per hour, running 18 miles over a 300-pound defensive lineman, going all the way for a 61-yard touchdown to end the game 33-26. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, I don't know what to say about it, but it was a shock. I don't know what happened to the Rams. I know the defense made some plays, special team made plays. This was overall a team win, and they fought back to come back and beat the Rams. This is the third straight time they beat the Rams, including last year. It started the regular season when they traveled to the Rams, and they beat them. They went back to Philly for the divisional round. The Rams had a chance to win. They didn't fail. They talk about the Rams were close to beating Philly, but this time around they had a 26-7 lead, and they didn't close it out. And it's just thinking in my head, you have a very young defense and a very young team with a very experienced quarterback who's getting close to the end of his career, and yet you have a great head coach in Sean McVay, and yet you just lost the game. I don't know what happened. I don't know what he was throwing the ball. It just seems like the Rams just wasn't themselves. They weren't them. I mean, you think they should be able to close the game out and got the W, maybe put points up. They tried. They got 2 block kicks, and the Eagles fought back and took the game. And you're just stunned as a Rams fan. You're just stunned. You had a 26-7 lead, and you let the Eagles come back and win. And this team looked like they were pretty much belt to butt in the first half. Then the Eagles stormed back and won this game and made them into lamb chops, basically. Which is, you don't see that. I mean, you rarely I wouldn't compare it to the Falcons blowout. They got blown, blown to the Super Bowl to the Patriots with that bigly. Well, it's close to it. It is close to it. You let that team come back instead of putting them away. It's just like the other game I watched. I watched the Steelers force 5 turnovers. You let the Patriots hang on. Patriots tie it, but then you get a 5th turnover. Eventually, you finally get points off it, and you don't look impressive. To me, the Eagles didn't look impressive in the first half, but in the second half, they turned around, found a way to win the game, and now they're 3-0, and they got a tough opponent ahead. So I say Jalen Hurts, you see him animating on the sideline. You see Saquon Barkley celebrate with his teammates. He's a team player, but I mean, you don't see that from Hurts. Hurts is usually calm, cool, collected. You don't see any emotion. You don't see him smile. You don't see him get upset. But this game here, he was fired up. He was fired up. He would talk to this. Said something to you. I mean, he was upset with the offensive coordinator. He got his players up to get them fired up. To me, with the new coordinator, I think it's Kevin Planchy. I think it's Planchy. This gives you back to vibes back when they collapsed. But ever since Jalen Hurts was on this team with the Eagles, he had a new offensive coordinator every single year. Every single year. I mean, they had one last year. He's now the head coach of the Saints. I mean, it's just things like, it's just things like, man, well, when was this returning round and table going to keep stop for coordinators? I think Vic Fangio is now his 2nd year. I think we found our defensive guy until he decides to retire. But overall, I'm happy for him. But this next game, they have a tough test. And the last 2 times they played them, it was ugly and it was bad. We're talking about the Bucs. And the last 2 times we played the Bucs, it was the collapse season in the playoffs. We only give up We only had 9 points. We couldn't tackle. We couldn't do anything. When last year we played them, same thing. We couldn't do anything with them. We did get Saquon involved late, but this game was out of reach. This time around, this is going to be tough. I think that this is a team that will push the Eagles. They know what to do against the Eagles. You've got 3 good receivers, and you have Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield will make plays with his arm and his legs. So if you want to match Baker Mayfield in this Tampa Bay team, you have to play score for score. You have to put points up on every single drive. If you don't, you're going to be fighting the Jets fought back, but at the end, the Bucs won the game. But this is a Bucs team that's got to be resilient. They are 3-0, and they're at home. And the last time we saw the Bucs it was last year. The Bucs beat us. It was like that's when we went 2-2. Everybody's questioning about the Eagles. What's the Eagles play? What do they do before the Eagles went on a tear? Before, if you look, ever since Hurts been playing, except for the last game, they've been on a winning streak of 18 games. Almost about 18 games. Winning streak. That's unheard of. That is unheard of. But, so if the Eagles are going to win, they have to keep Jalen Hurts upright, because Todd Bowles is going to send the kitchen sink at Jalen Hurts, because they are going to dial up blitz, and more blitzes. So, way I see it, find ways to get A.J. Brown involved early in the game, get some quick passes out there. He needs to get open quick, get Devontae open, get Dallas Goedert, get Mechie, get Dotson, whoever, Saquon, Dylan. You got to get rid of the ball quick, or have Hurts find a way to sneak through and get some yardage. So this is going to be a very tough game, but can it be possible the Birds can go forward? It's possible, but they have to put points on the board every single drive. You have to shut down Mike Evans. You have to shut down Garland. You have to shut down their new rookie receiver. And you have to get pressure to Baker Mayfield, where he cannot scramble and pick up yards. If they can do that, I can see this being a 3-point game. I say 27-24 type of game. But we'll have to wait. It's just a tough one, but if they don't do it, the Bucs will spank them, and this will be like a little bit of a blowout, or the Eagles will maybe put up 14 or 17 points. So, overall, I'm happy for them picking up the win. I hope they get things squared up in the first half, where they put up points, and they're not struggling. They made some plays, they got some yards, but they need to do a better job in the first half, and then you got to get some. I think maybe they got their wake-up call in week 3. So, hopefully they got things figured out. Hopefully they get things fixed. And hopefully we'll get to see them play how they should play and be the dominant team that they are. So, we'll have to wait and see till week 3 to week 4, which is not going to be an easy task. But, hey, congratulations to Jordan Davis on making the player of the game and making some plays. Jalen Carr with the block, Jordan Davis with the block. Zach Bond, the interception, which that was cool to see, but, he made plays as well. But I think Saquon will eventually get one. I know they're trying to get him involved. I think eventually with this offensive line, he will eventually break one. It's just a matter of time. If it's just a 10-yard, 20 yards, eventually. We just got to be patient. And they know he's the key. If they can shut him down, we got to make Jalen throw. Jalen throws. We got to shut him down and shut down the other guys. If we don't shut down Saquon, it's going to be a long day. But we'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it from a fan perspective. I hope you enjoyed my comments, but yeah, if the Eagles start off like this against the Bucs, I don't expect them to win. But if they start off good, but it turns out they don't quite get it done, I can understand that. But I just like scratching my head at the Rams thinking, you know, you had this lead and you just didn't finish it off. You didn't finish them off. You let them come back and they won the game. That's gonna sting for a while. That's gonna sting for a while. Sorry, Rob, but you know, I know if you're watching this, I feel your pain. I feel your pain. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you to all my subscribers for helping me with my channel. Without you, I won't be doing this. If you're new to my channel, smash that subscribe and turn notifications. What you want to upload to me. Like and comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your thoughts on the game. Tell me what's your favorite moment of the game. Tell me what your, how about your game? How about your team? How they do? Just let me know. Just let me know. I'm just doing it from a pants perspective. Anyway, take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay humble. And be a blessing. Go Birds.